world launch. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last chance for today to get our dream blue opal bead necklace that is truly a new my find and a world launch, never the like seen before on HSN. Everything you're seeing, it's all hand cut, it's all hand shaped, it's all beautifully polished, and it's opal. It's a blue opal, which in itself seems like, wait, what did I just say? It's been a huge day, and the final 2 hours that we have tonight are chock-a-block with some incredible buys, and I mean truly amazing buys. If you only buy one thing today, it should definitely be this necklace. It's 18 inches in length. It has a beautiful sterling silver finder hook on the back. And this is gonna be that soft hue that just lifts your mood. You look at this and honestly, the world feels like a better place. And right now, there's a lot of stress out there. When you put this on, I mean, just a little bit. When you put this on, it just takes all your worries away, Jay King.
It has a very calming effect. You know, blue, you know, every color has a different thing. Even when you work with this material, and I got to, Adam knows me pretty good, you know, I'm more of a type A personality. I think you are too, right? So that's why you wear blue. You do feel calmer?
Yes,
I know,
yes.
But it's really funny because I got a lot of energy, and it does make me, it does have a kind of a soothing, calming effect to it.
But when you look at it, everyone is different. We're gonna dig a little into this. I will tell you, they cut down our timing tonight because we are nearly 90% sold through. So we only have about 10 minutes before we're moving along. As we tell you about the amazing story of the Dream Blue Opal, please know there are other pieces in the collection, like this gorgeous stretch bracelet. There are some rings, some gorgeous cuffs as well. Jake, tell me the story then of how this came to be, because I know for a 23rd anniversary, it had to be a big decision.
Well, number one, you know, for the 23rd anniversary, of course, we wanted to do something very special, very unique. Also, I don't know if you noticed this, but over the years, what I try to do is, for any October event, of course, for our October babies, it's not that just October babies have to love opal, but so many of them have opal collections and they collect it, so I try not to disappoint. But I will tell you right now, okay, and what I'm so excited about this material, and what makes it so extra special is this. There's just so many different things. Okay, number one, just to tell you, I've been doing this, I've had the Mind Find show for 23 years.
Couple of years.
I've had the show longer than originally when I started the business. I started the business when I was 20.
Did you really?
So I've had the show for 23.
Right.
So if you look at it now, the show has surpassed the time. Do you see what I'm saying? That before I came on the show that I had. So now I've had the show longer than I was in business before I picked up the show.
That's unbelievable.
So it's been, so 43 years ago is basically when I started paying taxes. So that's when I consider,
never forget that
that's what I consider the official start of my business. But at that time, so for 43 years, and I want you to think about this. Now you have to understand how many laps I've made around planet Earth, okay? There's not too many places I have not trod.
Few air miles.
Yeah, I have, oh my gosh. I mean, just some of the places I've been, you know, some places that I don't even know anybody's even been there before. Right. And the cool thing about this though, think about this, okay, in 43 years of doing this, this is the third genuine natural blue opal that I found that it's the natural color blue. Wow. Most of the opals that are blue, to be honest with you, are not blue. They're a white opal or something, they've done some kind of treatment or whatever that they've done to it. And I'm not saying that I know every single blue opal, maybe somebody could surprise me, but I'm just saying in my existence, in 43 years of doing this is the third time I've come across a natural blue opal. The first time, used to spend a lot of time in South America, because I used to get a lot of my material out there. I used to spend a lot of time in Peru, and you had Peruvian blue opal. This is actually where the mine where this comes from. Now, I don't want to make, when you're looking at this, I don't want you to think that is where it's found. Okay. That mine is abandoned, okay? Oh. So that's the only reason that you're seeing this opal here. This is in India. It's the only second time that I've bought rough material out of India. I've never had it, you know, I bought peridot one time, which was mined in India. I was talking to Adam about this before. A lot of materials come through there, but very little of it is actually mined in India. So this is mined in India. And how this works, this is a band, I forget, they mined iron ore in there or they zinc. I forget what they were going in that open pit. They left that, they closed it down, they abandoned it. The locals went in there. In those layers that you go down, this is a seam opal. So
seam opal.
It's
what
a
does
seam,
that mean?
It's a seam opal. That means that you find it literally in seams. That's why I brought this. This is the rough. You can see, so this would be a seam.
Okay.
This would be the outside of the seam.
Okay, that's that.
You see that?
Right.
Okay, so that's a seam. And then you can see, all we do, when we just polish this up, and what they do is they go in, because now, all this heavy equipment that used to be in that mine, they've exposed these seams. The only way to mine opal is you by hand. They take little pry bars, they take little rock picks, just like specimen hammers, and that's how they harvest this. It takes them forever. It took forever to put together enough quantity, enough of the rough material to actually put this project together. I thought there's no way in heck that we're ever going to be able to do this. And as the clock started ticking down, and we've been collecting this for, we had already been collecting it for a couple of years before we actually thought we had enough that we could commit to the fact that we could do this, do the design and be able to do the show. So I just want to let everybody know this is really rare. It's to have the natural color blue in opal. You just don't see it out there. It just doesn't exist. So it was just, number one, to find it, new mine find. Number two, being able to collect enough material.
Yeah.
And I want you to think about this. To do one of these necklaces, it takes 3 to 4 pounds of the natural rough.
Wow.
So 3 to 4 pounds, that's just to make it. Now, it's not going to weigh 3 to 4 pounds, but just on your first cut, once you sort it, and your first cut, you lose, just on the first cut to block it down to where you can cut the beads, you lose 70% of the material. That's how much you saw away. That's how much is wasted before you even get down to where you can actually start cutting it and fastening it.
Do you know when you go out for dinner with your husband or you go on that cruise, nobody's going to have this. You'll be the only person in that restaurant with something called Dream Blue Opal. You'll be the only person. People will stop you and say to you, what's that? What's that beautiful, beautiful gemstone necklace that you're wearing? But you'll be the only one. It's that rare, it's that new, it's that special. Because this is the last presentation, and obviously we're kind of slicing through as much as we possibly can, I just want to show you this. If you're in love with the Dream Blue Opal, we have down in front of me rings available, $64, $74 in all different sizes. We have beautiful cuffs available, larger and smaller. If you're looking for earrings, there are several beautiful earring options. Now, some of these may have already been spoken for, but I just wanted to make you aware that if there was anything here that you liked, you could certainly call in and ask us. That stretch bracelet is very, very popular and is now down to the final few dozen. So if you want the stretch bracelet, call sooner rather than later. Our today's special on all our pieces are on 5 FlexPay. Jay, I'm excited to do it, even in these final 3 minutes. Opal is not typically faceted, is it? Or am I wrong about that?
No, and you're correct, and it's really funny you would say that. And the reason is, there's a very good reason for it. That's another key point on this. This opal material is hard enough that you could actually facet it.
Wow.
It has to be a certain density.
Okay.
So it has to be a certain hardness, and usually opals, because think about it, there's over 6 different varieties of opals. You have common opals, you have crystal opal, fire opal, precious opal. There's all kinds of different opals, jelly opals. So the thing is most opals though are not hard enough. That's why you very rarely do you see them where they facet them, or that we facet them, is because they're not hard enough to facet. So that's another cool thing about this, not just the natural color. Okay, but also, to be honest with you, when you, like right now, if you, Peruvian blue opal, you can very rarely find the rough. Maybe sometimes somebody will have some, in fact, I had a buy last year. I think we made 500 necklaces. We sold them out in like 2 seconds, milliseconds. When you get that, it's that rare. The USA blue opal that I got, it's actually in Oregon, but it's right on the Idaho border, Idaho, Oregon. That opal, I can't tell you, we sold on it. We brought that in. We bought out the entire stope that they had mined on that. We brought in, that's about 10 years ago, maybe even a little bit longer than that. We brought it in, literally, and I think we did it 3 airings as a TS and blew it out. I can't tell you the amount of people that keep asking me, when are you ever going to bring that back? So I found this about a little over 3 years ago. But here again, you can't say anything until you know that you can do it.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is being able to get the material, get the weight. This made a huge journey. It took forever because, you know, we have to, as they mine it and in small amounts, we have to pay for that. And then we have to store it, save it,
It's a process.
save it until we have enough that we know that we can ship it, and then we can make it into something, you know, and actually do it. And that's just the rough material. That's not the design. That's not the cutting. That's not the finishing. That's none of that goes on. But I got to tell you how rare and unique this is to have a natural.
Yes.
This
Not
natural
enhanced.
blue. This is not enhanced. It's not color enhanced. There's been nothing to. This is how Mother Nature brings it. That's why I always bring the rough, so it can actually demonstrate to you and show you that's what it really is. That is the rarity here. You just don't find this color out there, and you sure don't find it on the market.
If you've been with Jay for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 23 years here on HSN, I know how important it is that you see his latest things, his latest finds. And that's why that one staple every year, his anniversary today special, I know is that one item that most of his fans always say, yeah, I'm gonna get that. Because Jay saves his very best for this particular visit, and that's what this is. It's the #1 favorite color. We love our blues. We certainly love all the beautiful variations that you get and the fact that everyone is gonna be unique. Now, just before we say goodbye to it, because there's no more presentations, we're done, we're dusted, it's nearly sold out. I wanna show you just some of these partner pieces, matching pieces, different things that you might wanna pick up, perhaps to complete your collection, or maybe you're not particularly looking for a necklace.